Hi, everyone. I know that finding sources to write research papers can be intimidating. So in this video, I'm going to go through how to find some sources and then how to correctly cite those sources. In this video, I'm going to focus specifically on a secondary source. Okay, so here's our class. Hopefully you've already gone through the video on what the components of a citation are. We have a PDF right here, and there's also a video on the components of a citation available. But what I want to do is start looking for some sources. I'm going to stick with my topic of baseball in World War II, so I'm going to do a Google search on baseball during World War II and see what I can come up with. I've got some pictures, and those look like some pretty good primary sources, but at the moment I'm going to focus solely on secondary sources. We have a Wikipedia article right here. We've got some stories. We've got some, it looks like a couple of articles. I want to go ahead and just look at this top one. It says baseball in wartime, and see what this one is about. Okay, here it looks like we have an article. The name of the article is Baseball in World War II. It's by Gary Bedingfield. I don't know of Gary Bedingfield. I've not heard of him before. Um, but it looks like a pretty good article. The copyright is up to date, so that's nice. It's got some good pictures here. The website itself looks pretty thorough. It's got a home page, gives us some more information, some biographies and things like that he's picked up. It looks like he's done quite a bit, maybe of research in this area. Um, so, I'm going to spend some time going through and kind of vetting the information on this website. I don't know Gary Bedingfield, and he obviously is not part of a museum or a university. There's not edu at the end of his website. This is his particular website. That doesn't mean it's a bad website. In fact, this looks like a pretty good website. Just at an initial glance. But what you want to do is spend some time going through and looking at the information on his website and see if it's really good information, if it looks like he's done his research, if it looks like he knows what he's talking about, things along that line. Let's go back to the section on baseball in World War II, and I'm going to jump ahead and assume that I have vetted all of the information on this website, and I want to use this. I want to use this source for my paper. First, I want to acknowledge that this is a secondary source. This is an article written by a person who was not a participant in World War II or in baseball during World War II. This is obviously a man who is reporting on those events from perspective of someone from today. This is not an interview from an actual baseball player. This is an article written by someone who is removed from the event, so that would make it a secondary source. Okay, so I have my secondary source. I'm going to go ahead and look at what I need to do to cite this source. Okay, first of all, I want to put the author, Gary Bedingfield. All right, and then I want to put the title of the article, which is Baseball in World War II. That's the article. The publication, which would be the website. It's up here. I can see it up here. It's Gary Bedingfield's Baseball in Wartime website. Okay, so this is all the information that is in that first piece section that we talked about. in the previous video. This is telling us information about the piece itself. Who is the author, who created it, and what's the name of it, and where it can be found, right? The collection, rather. All right, we got the piece information. Now we're going to focus on the physical information and collection name, physical location, again date falls into this section. It does not look like this has a physical location. It does not look like this is an excerpt from a book. It looks like this is a standalone article. Of course I could be wrong, but I'm just going off of what I can see at the moment. So there's no physical location. It's not in the associated with a particular archive or again an excerpt of any kind. So I don't need to put that information, but I do need to put the date. And the only date that I can find is that it's copyright in 2014. The website itself was copyright in 2013. So it makes me think that at least this article is a fairly new article. So he didn't have a particular day, but he does have a year. So we're going to go ahead and put that as the publication date, 2014. All right. Now we want to focus on, we've got the physical section taken care of. We want to focus on the electronic section. This is where you put the URL and when it was accessed. So again, moving over and put our URL. And then we're going to put when we accessed it. Accessed online. Let's just put accessed on. There we go. February 11th, 2014. And there I have all the information for my source, for my citation. I have the author, the title, the website name, when it was published, the link, and when it was accessed. Since there was no physical information other than the date, those components are missing, but if they're not there, they're not there. So you do what you can with what you got. All right, so now I have one of my secondary source. I have my secondary source. In the next video, I will go through how to cite a primary source. So stay tuned.